What it do, Flight FTC. Flight team stand up. Yes, sir. Big shout out to the man above. This week we got UFC 311. Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan is the main event. And this card is very good. I'll be telling y'all my picks. Make sure y'all subscribe because these are the best ones. Last week we didn't do as good, but I think that fight card was bad for everybody. We did hit our Christian Rodriguez, but hopefully we do better this week. Alright. Starting with the first fight, we got Tagir Ulanbekov versus Clayton Carpenter. Now, I'm not too sure who Clayton Carpenter is, and I told you guys, I just go off memory. I don't like going back and studying fighters. I feel like a fight is a 50-50. Both of these guys obviously know how to fight. They're professional fighters in the UFC. But, that being said, I do not know who Clayton Carpenter is. He's 8-0. And Tagir Ulanbekov, he's not one of those crazy good Russians. I think he is very beatable, but Clayton Carpenter, just because I don't know who he is, I haven't seen any footage of him. I don't know if he's coming off. I don't think he's coming off the Contender Series. I'm gonna have to go Tagir Ulanbekov to get the win right here. But this is not a strong pick, so don't take this as a strong pick. The next fight we have Ricky Turcios versus Bernardo Sopac. Now Ricky Turcios, booty cheeks, he's ass. Sopac, not that good either. He's okay. I feel like Ricky Turcios could actually possibly win this fight. He has a chance. But his striking, he just loves to get hit. He loves to get punched in the face. I don't know why. His defense is atrocious, from what I remember. Sopac, I don't remember too many of his fights. I know he's fought before in the UFC, obviously. Right here, just because of how bad Ricky Turcios is, I'm gonna have to go Sopac. For the next fight, on the early prelims, we got Rinya Nakamura versus Muanin Gafurov. Now, I don't think Rinya Nakamura is as good as people think. But that Gafurov guy, terrible. He's not good. I feel like Rinya Nakamura beats this guy easily. I feel like he does finish him, possibly first or second round. Once Rinya fights a better fighter than this Gafurov guy, he's gonna get in big trouble because I don't feel like his striking defense is very good. He has good striking, but his striking defense is not great. Gafurov obviously is going to look for the takedown, but we are going with Nakamura to win the fight early. Next, we got Carl Rosa versus Eileen Perez. Now, this fight, it's a 50-50, you know. Eileen Perez, I feel like she's a little overhyped. And Carl Rosa, I feel like she's not that great of a fighter either. Carl Rosa, it's a 50 fight. But if I had to pick one, just because I don't think Eileen Perez is as good as people think. I know she's won her last fights just being a dog type of fighter, and dogs in women's MMA usually works. But I'm gonna go Carl Rosa here. That's not a very good fight for me though. Zachary Reese versus Azamat Bikoyev. Now, I do not know who Bikoyev is. He doesn't even have a picture on here, but Zachary Reese, he's looked good in some fights. And then at moments, he's also looked bad. But I can see that the talent is there. And he does have it looks like he has a 3-inch height advantage. And a big reach advantage too. So I know his striking is very good. I've seen him. He has power. He has accuracy. I'm going to have to go Zachary Reese to be Bikoyev. I do not, forgive me, I do not know who Bikoyev is, but either way, I think if I didn't know who he was, I would still pick Zachary Reese because, like I said, he's looked bad, but he's also looked very good. And I feel like if he's locked in this fight, he should win. Next, we got Grant Dawson versus Diego Ferreira. Grant Dawson, he's a good fighter, but like, not championship level fighter, one of those mid fighters, knows how to fight, knows how to win a fight. And Diego Ferreira, I don't remember too much of his fights. I'm gonna have to go Grant Dawson here because, like I said, he's one of those okay UFC fighters. Like he's not, he definitely deserves to be in the UFC, but he's not championship level. And there's a lot of guys probably that could beat him, like be a knockout or something. But I don't think Diego Ferreira is one of them, so I'm gonna have to go Grant Dawson on this fight. The next fight we have a light heavyweight fight in Bogdan Guskov and Billy Elikana. Billy Elikana? I've never seen that guy before. I do not know who he is. Guskov, I really don't remember his fights. I know I've seen him before. It looks like Guskov is a big favorite, but I don't feel like he's that good, especially for light heavyweight. I feel like there's a lot of guys way better than him. The Elikana guy looks like he might be fighting up. His weight is at 185. Once again, this one of those 50-50 fights. I think I'm gonna take just Elikana. I think I'm gonna take Elikana this fight because he's making his UFC debut, and I feel like he's gonna be motivated to get that win. It looks like they're pretty evenly matched, even though Elikana looks like he's coming up from middleweight, but he has a bigger reach advantage. I'm gonna have to take Elikana to win this fight just because of that motivation, and I don't feel like Guskov is that good. Next, we got a heavyweight title contender in Jailton Almeida, future title contender, versus maybe a future title contender if he is able to pull this off, Sergey Spivak. But to me, Sergey Spivak is not a good fighter. I don't remember his last fights, but his striking, I mean, it's a heavyweight fight, Heavyweights, it could go either way, obviously, if he catches Jailton just right, but Jailton's big, powerful, muscular, and fast. I feel like he even gets the takedown here versus Spivak, and he's able to control him, similar to how he did who was it, Derek Lewis? But obviously now he knows to inflict some damage on the ground. I feel like he's gonna win this fight on the ground, maybe even in the early via TKO or something. I'm going to Jailton Almeida. Now this guy right here, Peyton Talbot. This guy's different. They just find out he's zesty. But he's going up against Ronnie Barcelos. And this fight, Barcelos is a punching bag too. I know Barcelos has power. He for sure has power. I've seen him knock out people before. But Peyton Talbot, I've seen him knock out people before. And the way he knocks them out, vicious. This is a future champion. I'm going to tell y'all right now. At some point, Peyton Talbot is going to be champion. And he should end this fight in the first round. I'm going to go Peyton Talbot. Now we got Kevin Holland versus Reinier de Ridder. This Reinier de Ridder has a weird body shape. Looked terrible his first fight. They said he was some kind of champion in another promotion or something. I know he won the first fight in the UFC, but he just looked so awkward. He has no technical ability. Kevin Holland, he could possibly lose this fight, unfortunately, but even though he should win. He's obviously, to me, he's a lot more skilled than de Ridder as an MMA fighter, Holland has the striking, he has the decent ground game. If Kevin Holland shows up, if he doesn't play with his food here, he should be able to win this fight. I feel like he could win it even by like submission or something, but I'm gonna go Kevin Holland to win this fight. Now, next we got a guy I do not like at all, Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. Beneil Dariush, old man, slow. He's looked terrible his last fights. And Renato Moicano's the complete opposite. I mean, they're the same age, but Renato's like he's going up. He's going for that title. Beneil is going down. They're going opposite ways, you know what I mean? This obviously why they made this fight. But if Renato shows up how he showed up his last fights versus who was it? Benoit Saint-Denis. He smokes Benio here. Even at Benio's best form, he smokes. I'm gonna definitely have to go Renato Moicano here. Benio Dariush is just not a good fighter anymore for me. You know, I feel like his time has definitely passed. If he loses this fight, he might even retire or something. I'm gonna have to go Renato Moicano to win this fight by knockout. By knockout, yes sir. Tony Moicano. Next we got Jiri Prochazka versus Jamal Hill. Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm a little biased here because I'm from Chicago. Jamal Hill, he's from Chicago too. And we already see Jamal won the past fight, the first fight between them. Prochazka makes a lot of mistakes. He's a good MMA fighter, but he makes a lot of mistakes. With Jamal Hill is pretty similar too. He makes mistakes, but I feel like he's a lot more knowledgeable. Like when he fights, he's smarter. Jiri Prochazka is kind of a slow starter. Jamal Hill. There's gonna be a very even match here, very even. But Jamal should be able to outfight him. This is a 100% a striking fight. And if it stays like that, it might seem like Jiri has more power. But Jamal, I feel like it's just a smarter fighter, and Jiri makes too much mistakes for me to go with him. So I'm gonna have to pick Jamal Hill. And I need to see that rematch versus Pereira. Next, we got the co-main event with Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov. What a fight, folks. Now this would be a fight that people would think is boring because two wrestlers, two amazing grapplers, two guys that do not get tired. It's gonna be very close. I feel like a lot of people have Umar Nurmagomedov, but I feel like it's gonna be super close. Like one judge is gonna decide this because Umar does have that 18-0 record. He does have great hands. We saw it versus who was it? Corey Sanhagen. His hands, like he has the best from all the Nurmagomedovs, definitely the best hands. But Merab, that wrestling is just different. The way he doesn't get tired, it's insane. He might even tire out Umar here. And I don't know if Umar's grappling is at like the level. Like it is at the level, but Merab just drowns you. Like I don't know if Umar's ready for it. I'm gonna have to go Merab to win this fight. The odds are crazy. But I got Merab winning this fight. I don't feel like he wants to give up that belt yet. Next we got Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan, the main event. It is a crazy main event. Another super even fight. Super close. Just like we saw in their first fight, Arman was coming off the short notice to fight Makhachev, and he put up a challenge versus him. But striking wise, I don't feel like it's as uneven as people think. Makhachev has good striking. We saw it versus who? Versus Dustin Poirier. Good striking, obviously. Amazing grappling. I don't know if anybody has the better grappling than him in the whole of UFC. Arman, he might be able to survive, but if Makhachev comes out how he's come out every single fight, he should be able to dominate this fight. I don't feel like it's going to be close for the first few rounds, but eventually Makhachev is going to pull it off. If he doesn't finish him in the first round, I'm going to have to go Islam Makhachev to win this fight. Yeah, that's going to be all our picks. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what you guys think. You guys think I made the right picks or what? See you guys.